Alright, guys, I said I wasn't gonna do it until tomorrow, but I just can't wait, man. I was watching Star Wars Theory, and he was, watching this guy react to the Rise of Skywalker teaser, and apparently that dude had been bullied a lot. By the way, bullying is not okay in any way, shape, or form. I will not tolerate it on my channel. So just a quick little thing about that. I'm gonna watch the teaser, I'm gonna react to it, and then I'm gonna review the fucking movie, okay? Because I love this movie, I love Star Wars. Here we go. Rise of Skywalker teaser. The first one, by the way, not the second or third one.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
I'm just getting goosebumps from all of this, man. This is just so fucking good. I got goosebumps in the theater, I'm getting goosebumps now. And then, oh man, it's so beautiful. The opening shot of Kylo cutting down those guys, preparing his helmet. Lando, man. Fucking Lando came back. And then Leia. Oh my god. I'm about to cry.
No one's ever really gone.
Alright, so yeah, that's about it for that. Okay, so I want to explain myself really quickly here. I personally, in my life, have not experienced a lot of community. The most that I've gotten is my girlfriend, my wonderful girlfriend, Grace. She's awesome. She's helped me through so many things, and she's just been there for me, even when she shouldn't have. Stuff like that. So this film was really personal to me, and the amount of community that is shown in this film is astounding. It's like the first act is just pretty much getting everyone on the same page. And by the way, this is non-spoiler talk right now. I'll get into spoiler talk and I'll talk about it when I'm about to do it. So the first act is uneventful, but it's not wasted. It's like it's an important piece of the narrative, and in order to get to, like the really, really super, oh my god, there are so many climactic moments in this movie. You need that first act, and the first act it's pretty decently written. Poe and Finn and Rey and Kylo, they're all there. They're all integral pieces of the story and stuff like that. The visuals in this movie are perfection, dude. Like, it's just, I'm pretty sure that most of the aliens were puppetry, which is amazing. I love that they did that. I like this movie a lot. I love this movie, dude. For me, this is one of my favorite films. And I've only seen it once. I cannot wait to get the Blu-ray. This will probably be the first one that I get on Blu-ray in the Star Wars series. Because I'm getting all of them on Blu-ray. I love every single one of them, even if I don't really like them all that much. I do love them all because they're Star Wars. Daisy Ridley is on top of her game. There are a couple of parts where it's just like, she's kind of but like overall she's pretty decent. Obviously, Adam Driver's at the top of his game too. This movie made me cry a lot because of Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley, and just them going back and forth with each other. It was just so poetic and just so, it was so perfect. It was like that. They were both okay. So, I think this entire movie is about conflict, and that's what the entire saga of Star Wars is about. But it comes to a head in this movie because of the way that the characters are characterized and the way that they portray the light and the darkness and stuff like that. You know, it's just so beautifully executed, in my personal opinion. Like, if you don't like that about this movie, that's fine. You know, you can go be a piece of pants somewhere else. I fucking love Rise of Skywalker, so fuck you. But no, on a serious note, this movie is beautiful. You know, you don't have to like this movie, obviously. You know, everyone has their own opinions. But as for people like me, this movie is really important. Like, this is going to be an important coping mechanism for the rest of my life, because I'm never going to have what anyone in this movie has, per se. Like, I have friends and stuff, you know, but it's just like, it's a movie, so it's kind of different. It's kind of like it's kind of feeding a fantasy sort of urge, you know what I mean? So it's like, they get to be happy and stuff. They get to be together. Because it's not like that in real life always, you know? Like, you have your friends, but they're busy, and then you're busy, and it's just a whole clusterfuck. And it's just kind of like, you know, like, what are you going to do? So, this movie's really an important coping mechanism for someone like me. I'm going to tell you right now, this movie made me cry more than any other movie that I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure even more than Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel to death. That'll always be one of my all-time favorite films, you know? Henry Cavill and just Zack Snyder together, it's just beautiful. But this is a dream come true for Star Wars fans, including myself. I've been into Star Wars for almost 2 months now, so I'm still new to it. But I've seen all of the films except for Rogue One and Solo, which I will get around to. Rogue One was boring. Like, I watched 25 minutes of that. But anyway, that's another video for another day. But, okay, let's get into spoilers here. I love Rey and Ben. It's not he isn't exactly Kylo in this film. Like, through the first act and a half, he probably is, but oh my god, he comes back to Ben, and it's just so beautiful how he does it. We'll get into that piece later, because I kind of want to go in order from beginning to end, if I if I can refresh my memory that good. So yeah, like I said, you know, the first act is kind of slow, but you have Finn and Poe, you know, on the hunt for Rey, and she's training. I don't remember where she's training at. I believe it's or where I keep saying a lot. I'm sorry. I believe it's where Luke used to be, like when he went into hiding in Last Jedi, and at the end of The Force Awakens. I believe that's where she was training at. So, you know, they went to get her, and, you know, they just kind of took it from there. And let me think here. Gotta get my magics working. I think. Oh, so they have Chewie with them, and then, you know, stuff like that. They're on the Millennium Falcon. That's it. And then they come to get her, and then they get her, and then, oh, I gotta watch the movie again. This sucks. I should have did my review as soon as I watched it. But anyway, they run into Kylo Ren, and, you know, so you got Rey, and then you have Kylo Ren, and that's when she cuts his X-wing off of his X-wing. The shot that's shown in the trailer, obviously, and then her and Kylo are both. So I think the Imperial Order comes and takes Chewie, right? And like at first it's like, oh, the ship blew up, you know, Chewie's dead, not the Millennium Falcon, it was another ship, you know, and stuff like that. And you have Rey using the Force, and you have she's pulling the ship back to her, you know what I mean? And then you have Kylo Ren using the Force to push it outward, so it's like this giant Force tug of war, which, I don't know, I thought that was a pretty okay scene, you know, that was pretty decent for picking up the action in the first act of the film. But, you know, and then she has fucking lightning powers, dude, so, like, bam, you know, she strikes it. Oh, right, that's where she thinks Chewie's dead. I'm such an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. Because she was kind of the cause of it. She blew up the ship with her light. Obviously, lightning causes fire. So the ship blew up. But yeah, so that's that, and then you have them on a quest to get Chewie back. So it's kind of like a little stealth mission, which is pretty cool. And then Poe runs into an old friend, so that's nice. And then they kind of flirt a little bit, so that's okay too. I don't really care for, or I don't really mind the relationships in these movies and stuff like that. I've never really been a hater of that kind of stuff, except for fucking Spider-Man: Far From Home. But all that put aside, yeah. So she's like, at first she's like, why should I help you? You fucked us over, blah blah blah. Like you shouldn't be here. You should be far far away. Like I really don't want to help you. But then Rey, now this is an important piece of character growth for Rey. I feel like, because she doesn't use Jedi mind tricks to convince this person to help them. It's the girl with the motorcycle helmet. I don't know her name. I never caught her name. I'm sorry if you're a fan of that character. I didn't catch her name. But yeah, so, and it's Rey. Like, she uses the lightsaber, but at the same time she's really really calm and nice about it. So it's like, she doesn't want to hurt or harm or use Jedi mind tricks on this person, which is an important piece of character growth. Sorry about that. My dogs went crazy for a second. But yeah, you have that going on. So I like that a lot. I like that they implied that Rey, is a decent Jedi human being in this movie. And yeah, that was really cool. Obviously they get Chewie back. And then they have C-3PO to help them too. I think I just missed a huge part of the narrative. Oh my god. Okay, so they find this dagger, right? And it has the coordinates to the Imperial planet. Is it Exegol? I think it's Exegol, yeah. And that's when. Okay, so C-3PO can translate it, right? But he's forbidden to translate Sith language, right? So this is a lot of me saying and trying to remember what the fuck I'm gonna say. But yeah, so that's a little bit of a plot point too. And then in order for him to translate it, they have to break through his what is it called? You have to break through his code of conduct. That's what I'm gonna call it, like / his programming. And they take him to a funny little alien, it's also a puppet, which is really cool, and he's just really cute and adorable and funny. And he breaks through his excuse me, his code of conduct and stuff like that. And then C-3PO will translate the Sith text for them. So there's that. And before that happens, he's like, he's looking at the alien, then he turns around, and then he's looking at all of his friends, right? And then Poe's like, what are you doing? He's like, taking one last look at my friends, and that just got me in my heart, because C-3PO has been through all of these movies. He's been in every single one of them, and that's just, that got me, that fucking made me cry too. And, but thankfully they get his memory back, because upon them operating on him, he said that he was going to lose all of his memories and stuff, so they got his memory back, which thank God, because, I don't really want that C-3PO to be just comic relief, not knowing where the hell he is or who he's with and stuff like that, because that would be super lame. But, yeah. Alright, I just watched the second trailer to help refresh my memory some more. And, oh, dude, okay, so, if you watched The Last Jedi, then you know that Rey and Kylo Ren were connected by the Force a lot. And, you get those awesome personal scenes, those scenes were just so good. And, in this movie, they take it to the next level, right? But it's more like it's less personal and more like a conflict, because he's or she's on Kylo's ship, getting Chewie and stuff. She's getting him out and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's where they took Chewie. And yeah, because it's like, okay, so you have Rey in the background, and then you have Kylo in the foreground, but he's like, he's walking to the side, and for one instance, you see Rey's, environment, and then when Kylo wipes across the screen, it's his environment, which is really, really cool, and I think that's an excellent piece of directing, um, and stuff like that. And obviously, Palpatine is a really huge part of this movie because that's who Rey is. I'm just gonna say it right now. That's who Rey is. She is a Palpatine. Um, it's explained, and it even shows what her parents look like, and who they are and stuff a little bit, which is really nice. Um, and then I'm just going all over the place here. I really don't care to keep up with the narrative, like in terms of beginning to end anymore, because that's just not how my brain works, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of community in this movie. Like when the entire okay, so you have Poe, you have your heroes, just your heroes. Like, you know who they are, right? They're going in and attacking the Imperial Empire that Palpatine has constructed and has upkept for all this time, right? And you have them going to attack them, and they have each of the Imperial ships has a laser or a laser, a world destroying laser, right? Like, it can destroy an entire world. Like, each of these ships, and there's like at least 80 of them. Like, there's so many. There's probably more than that, but I don't know. I just didn't take the time to count. But you have X-wings and stuff like that Poe is commandeering. He's the general and stuff like that, and then he makes Finn a general also, um, and stuff like that. And when all hope seems lost, like when it seems like they're gonna lose and stuff, like their objective is to take out the Imperials, communication beacon. And the catch is the Imperials can transfer that communication beacon to any one of their ships, but it takes time, right? So like there's that little window of opportunity that the heroes have, is the time that it takes to transfer the communication beacon to the other ships. And Rey and Rose and this one girl who is also an ex stormtrooper, who they had picked up along the way, upon their quest to find Exegol, is they destroy the communication beacon, which is pretty cool. They use one of the ship's cannons against itself, which is pretty ironic and stuff like that. But the ship is blowing up and it's tipping over and stuff like that, and people are dying and stuff. And when all hope seems lost, because they sent out a message to the entire galaxy, right? Dude, oh my god, there are so many ships that show up, and it's such a goosebump building moment, and it's just so good, man. And I'm getting to the juicy shit. I'm getting to the good shit right now because I can't wait anymore. Okay, so upon the planet where the dagger had taken them, right? Rey and stuff like that, and Finn and Poe, where they found that girl. Kylo Ren is there as well, because they both have. The only way to get there is this little device. It's like a transponder kind of the planet's location, and Kylo has one, and so does Rey. And Kylo gets there first. He talks to Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine's like, "You must kill the girl," that whole thing. And obviously, Kylo has conflict in him because he wants her to join the dark side, but at the same time, he he wants to obey his emperor, right? Emperor Palpatine, and stuff. So so that's that, and he doesn't show the emperor any weakness, because if so, the emperor would probably kill him and do it himself, which is pretty smart on Kylo's part. I'm not gonna lie. And Kylo sees Rey, and Rey sees Kylo, and okay, so Kylo is on the defensive here. Like, this is when he's about to transition into Ben Solo. So he's not really striking her or anything. She is striking him. Like, she is angry, and she's missing here and there, and obviously he could kill her at any given second if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't even want to fight, and it's clear to him that no matter what he says, she's going to keep striking at him because of what she knows, and just and stuff like that, and because of how he's or oh, because he kidnapped Chewie too. Like that's another thing, and she has feelings for him. So it's all these things, motivating her to kill him. And it's just a really emotional fight. It's they're in the ocean and stuff. They're on Exegol, and um, and then she gets to a point of stabbing him because I think he's getting tired by now. He's swinging his arms and dodging her attacks and stuff. So obviously he's a little tired. So she stabs him, and seeing as strong as she is, she heals him, but it doesn't take hardly anything out of her because she's a Palpatine. And yeah, so from that point forward, Ben or Han Solo, oh my god, he shows up and he talks to his son, and it's just such a good scene, man. Like that's probably my favorite scene in the entire movie, and and it's beautiful because Han can see through Kylo's facade. He knows that his son is still there. He knows that his son still loves him, and he forgave his son for killing him, which is, oh my god. That just shows you how much Han has changed, like as a character, from being a selfish space cowboy to being a great dad. That's just so good. And then, Rey goes to face Palpatine alone because at this point, she doesn't know where Ben is and stuff. So and she's not gonna ask him for help because she just tried to kill him. And she just wants to go it alone. And Palpatine's like, you must be Empress Palpatine and stuff, like he tries to get her to join the dark side. He tries to get her to strike him down in anger and fear, just like Anakin. And yeah. And then okay, so Ben shows up. Oh, before this point he had thrown his lightsaber into the water. And also Leia. Oh shit. I skipped a huge part of the movie. Leia died. Yeah, Leia fucking died. That was... I knew it was coming because Carrie Fisher is dead, and that was like her last bit of footage from Star Wars. I don't know if it was like CG enhanced or not. It didn't look CGI at all. Like it looked completely like her. So, But yeah, so yeah, Leia died. That was yeah. And that got to Ben. Ben felt that. And then so did Rey. Like, they both felt that. And then it was just so emotional. Like, just the way that they had broken down. That got me too. And then, obviously, okay, let's get back to the Palpatine scene. And then you have Ben showing up to help Rey. But he doesn't have a lightsaber. Okay, so what Rey does, since Leia gave her a lightsaber and she also has Luke's lightsaber, is, she takes her lightsaber, puts it behind her back. Kylo reaches back and grabs it, and then there you go. Like, they use the Force to do that. Also, another really great scene that I had skipped over for whatever reason is in Kylo's destroyed ship from where she had cut his X-wing. She had thrown his Luke's lightsaber into the fire because she had felt that she didn't deserve the lightsaber. And fucking catches it? Luke Skywalker, dude. Luke Skywalker caught the fucking lightsaber. And he just gave her the best speech I've ever heard, and I don't remember any of it, but it made me cry too. Oh my god, dude, yeah. This movie is just great, man. You just gotta go. If you're a Star Wars fan, you gotta go see it. Like, just go see it. Do yourself a favor and go see this movie. One of the best parts of the movie for me was where Palpatine had killed Rey, and Kylo was alive even though he was heavily injured, and he used the Force to bring Rey back. Yeah, that shit got me too, man. And then Ben is dead. But he had died a good guy. He had died a Jedi. I'm going to say right now, he was a Jedi when he died. He deserved it. Yeah, This movie is just so poetic, and it's just all about bringing everybody together, and it's all about being selfless and helping everyone else. And if you don't like that in a movie, that's fine. But I do. I love that about a movie. I love when a movie has those qualities because it's more relatable to me. You know, I'm a pretty selfless person overall. I'm selfish because I'm a toy collector and stuff, but you know, but yeah. So as I said, the problems with this movie for me were the first act was a little slow, and you know, Daisy Ridley's acting could have been a little bit more refined overall. Um, Otherwise, I don't really have any issues with this movie, other than how they didn't explain how Palpatine was able to be alive so long, but he was hooked up to a machine that was probably feeding off of the actual planet. So I'm gonna take that as my explanation that he is on life support to stay alive. So yeah, God, this is my longest video ever on my channel. I'm pretty sure, not ever, but one of them. Jesus Christ, 26 minutes. Wow, this movie, it's a fucking roller coaster, man. And especially if you're a Star Wars fan, oh my god. Hopefully I talked about enough of this movie for you guys. I really tried to, you know, I'm probably gonna come back to it on Blu-ray at one point, and probably do another video on it, and stuff like that. But, as it stands, this is my favorite Star Wars film, and it's a perfect way to end the saga. It's perfect because it's about community, and like the entire saga is about dividing people, and you know, like figuring out where people stand and stuff like that. And then this movie is about bringing everybody together in a neatly woven fashion. You know, so like that's why I think it's the perfect ending to this saga, because it's like that that opposing force to you know, the other 8 movies in the saga, and it's way better than Last Jedi. Like Last Jedi was okay. You know, it had its good moments, it had its moments. But this movie was, beginning to end, it was really, really entertaining and phenomenal, and the acting was really good. Adam Driver, you know, and Carrie Fisher, as always, on the top of their fucking game, and Mark Hamill, dude, oh my god. And Daisy Ridley wasn't too bad either. So that's about it for my review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I'll probably have a toy review out for you guys in the next couple of days. I'm sorry that I haven't done that lately. I've just been all movies all the time lately, you know, and I fucking love movies. I'm sorry. But, yeah, the final rating for this is a strong 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, most definitely. Favorite Star Wars movie ever. Oh, hope they don't make an episode 10 because it was so perfect as an ending. If they do, I'm gonna riot, and I'm gonna give that movie poor reviews. Alright, that's about it for this review, guys. Catch me on my Facebook, link will be in the description below, and on Instagram at spectrum.reviews, and that's about it for this. I will catch you guys later. Peace!